Hey friends, Vec here, and if you haven't heard already, a bunch of TF2's shit got leaked, and some of the things that were leaked were maps. So tonight, I've compiled the maps I thought were the most interesting and put them in a video for you. So, without further ado, let's go check them out. So, the first map we have here is Arena Gravel Pit, which is pretty exciting to think that Gravel Pit was going to be an arena map. This area outside of the spawn is way more open now, and the actual spawns on C are blocked off completely now. Other than that, it's just Gravel Pit C. Some of the areas are closed off now, like this connector. It's just a dead end. The tower's still the same. That over there is the blue spawn. And yeah, that's Arena Gravel Pit. Not much to see, but still, it's pretty cool that Gravel Pit was going to be an arena map. This is a map called Bounty Test. And as you can see, this map is still in its early stages, although a bunch of textures are laid down already. Judging by the map's design, I'm assuming it's a control point map, and the way I came up with that is that there's control points on the map. I put two and two together and came up with this conclusion. It seems like it's an industrial themed map, sort of like Metalworks, but also out in like the desert. But the main focal point of this map is the mid here, which is a factory, or maybe some sort of storage container place? A warehouse is the word I'm looking for. This is mid. I like the skylights and these blast doors too. I checked behind the blast doors, there's no cool Easter eggs, it's just blast doors. This map is pretty wide open when you're not inside, but even inside has a lot of space to play. I also really like these signs here. You don't really see these signs on any other map, I'm pretty sure. I think they're only for this map. And this would be Red's last, which is a pretty wide open last. I'm assuming they would have added more props and stuff to close it up a little bit. This is a map called Chess. And I think the title is pretty self-explanatory, but it's just a big chessboard. I can't imagine what this was actually used for, if this even was intended to be put into the game. I would assume this is just some devs having fun when they're bored. But it's still pretty cool, because, I don't know, they made a chessboard where I assume the mercs would be used as pieces. It's pretty much all there is to the map. It's pretty cool to see still. This map is called CP Caves. And if you haven't put two and two together already, this is a proto version of Mountain Lab, which is fucking sick. Because this is Mountain Lab is one of my favorite maps of all time in Team Fortress 2. So getting to see this map and its like proto stage is so cool. A point is pretty much the same, apart from some obvious visual changes. The blue side entrance to the house is also pretty much the same. You walk up the container still. The health and ammo kits in this house are in a different spot, which I kind of don't like. I kind of like the actual spot that they're in now. Window is a little bit higher, so you have to jump on the cart here to like actually shoot through it normally. I'm sure you can shoot standing, but it'll probably be less vision. So climb up cliff here. Cliff is pretty much the same. Oh, there's like a crack in the ceiling. We really are underground. I assume the theme of this map originally was meant to be that we're going from the outside into a cave, hence the name, CP Caves. Oh, this is so fucking cool. B point is pretty much the same. Same way to access its roof with a ladder. But once we go into the last area here, the interior is pretty different. It's kind of sparse, but this map was still in production at the time. Another open hole in the ceiling. This room is so different looking now. What? And there's a big old death ray. Oh, dude, that's sick. C last is kind of the same, but obviously you can see the differences. You can see the bottom of the pit now. There's spikes. But it looks like red spawn is pretty unchanged. This inside room is a little bit different. There's a little secret side room here now, with another way to control the death ray, I assume. And the upstairs attic area is open to the weather and barren. This is so cool. I never thought I'd see, like, Mountain Lab in its, like, initial stages. That's awesome. There's a health kit inside a red spawn. I don't remember if that's on Mountain Lab. I'm pretty sure it's not, right? Oh, dude, this is fucking sick. Yeah, that was CP Caves. This is a map called CP Nightfall. And originally, when I saw the title of this map, I thought it was like a proto version of PLR Nightfall that was originally supposed to be a control point map, but no, it's just a different map. And as you can see, it's pretty heavily early into its development, with a lot of dev textures still lining the map, but that is not a problem. Exit from our spawn. This map reminds me a lot of Double Cross, due to all the lamps. I assume this map has a night theme, judging by the skybox. I'm sure with the actual textures intended for their map laid down, it would have given off more of a night theme. No way. Speaking of Double Cross, we got a bridge, and it seems like you could have actually went under the bridge, and there would have been hazards. Trains, I assume? That's really cool. Oh yeah, this midpoint right here reminds me a lot of Double Cross, but it's probably because it's just a bridge. But this is really fucking cool. I really wish they finished this map. There's a little side room area. I assume this is an alternate way to leave. Oh no, that was forward spawn. I wonder what this map would have been like when it's finished. I assume this is a place for snipers. I'm sure there would have been like a little sniper deck or something. Maybe soldiers can roll out from there too. But as we see on a lot of Team Fortress 2 maps, we have missiles and also a drop down from spawn if you want to get out of spawn fast to defend, which is a nice touch. This is a big last. There's a lot of high ground for the defenders to play on. And we found our way into the red sniper window. That would have been pretty oppressive, I think, if you tried to push through that without Uber. Dude, this map is so fucking cool. My favorite part about this map is the bridge for sure. I love the way it looks. I love that you can go under it too. Wow, that's fucking sick. That was CP Nightfall, and it's definitely one of my favorites so far. This map is called Dust Bowl 2, and I am just as excited as you are hearing Dust Bowl 2. Let's take a look outside. Okay. Okay. This is kind of creepy, genuinely. Seems like this would have been a CTF map. This reminds me a lot of the first, like, cap point of Gold Rush, doesn't it? With the house on the left and the platforms on the right. And then this is the last. This is literally just Gold Rush last. So, I am assuming that this map eventually turned into PL Gold Rush. God. Dude, the fucking models watching me is so creepy, I hate it. Here we are at the second part, and again, it looks oddly familiar to Gold Rush 2nd. This is where the house is. And there's the other house on the left. And on our far left would be the tunnel. Yeah, there it is. And there's the man. Yeah, this is just a proto Gold Rush. Hey. God, I'm just gonna leave that guy to his business. Yeah, and this is where the cart pushes through. Yeah, wow, so I guess this was proto Gold Rush. This area is a little bit different, but more the same, kinda. It looks like the last would have had a little spot for a sentry. That would have been very annoying to push through. This is the spawn, I assume, and This is a sewer system? What's the point of this? And this is the final stage, I presume. Oh, there's a sewer system on the right? This is new. You can't see this in Gold Rush. A wall that you can peek through. Can you break it? No, you cannot. While it doesn't really look like this part of Gold Rush 3, it is. You can tell the details are there, like the little step area and the flank around. Yeah, wow, you can tell that this was made way, way at the start. 'Cause look at the texture work. It's super reminiscent of Team Fortress Classic. Fellas watching choke. Yeah, wow, you can like... There's hints of this being Gold Rush. That's like super fucking cool. It's cool that they didn't just throw this design away, they reused it. And getting to see Proto Gold Rush is super sick, because Gold Rush is a fucking awesome map. Definitely in my top. And this is the mine shaft that you can drop down into. Although it looks way different, it's more, I don't know, suffocating. Oh, looks like you can get in a different way. And this is the valley area. But instead of a staircase, it's ladders. I guess that ladders were meant to be actually used back in the day? They don't work now. And this is our last. They're just fucking watching. It definitely does resemble old school Gold Rush last, but it's more compact in a way. The area of play is reduced. But wow, it's so weird seeing Gold Rush in this state. Who would have known that it would have come from Dust Bowl 2? This next one is a strange one, to say the least. This map is called KOTH Badwater. And it's exactly what you think it is. It's a King of the Hill version of Badwater.
3, 2, 1.
And it's so strange to see Badwater in a different configuration. But from my personal perspective, this does look like a sniper map. There's a lot of sightlines, a lot of cover, so it would be hellish for the team that has to come push the point if there's a couple good snipers on the enemy team. Even one good sniper. But it's also pretty interesting. I kind of wish it was in the game so I could try it out with actual players, but there must be a reason they cut it. Here's a top-down view. As you can see, it's a symmetrical map, as King of the Hill maps usually are. And from here, you can really see how annoying Sniper would fucking be on this map. And honestly, Engineer would probably be really, really annoying too. I wonder if they wanted to make this the, like, actual Badwater instead of the payload one, or if they made the payload one and then decided to try to make a King of the Hill version of it too. But either way, that's the map. Continuing with the trend of maps you didn't think would ever exist, this map is called PL Badlands. And this one is... it's so fucking weird seeing Spire next to a set of tracks. And Haunter is still the same, House is still the same, Z is still the same, Valley is the same, Shithouse is the same. Hell, fucking Mid is still the same. Except there's a payload cart. And tracks. It is so fucking odd seeing this thing here. And since there's only one, I'm assuming the game mode worked like this for this map. The teams would fight over this cart, and it would be like a tug-of-war type thing. One team would try to push the cart into blue, one team would try to push the cart into red, and whichever team actually made it would win. It is so weird. It's even more weird than King of the Hill Badwater. Because Badlands has always been a CP map for me. And like, even the King of the Hill version is fine. But just trying to put the idea that, yeah, what about a payload map is so odd. Shutter is the same. I mean, Last is the fucking same. Except there's a payload finish here. Ugh. I kind of want, like, I kind of want to play it, just like King of the Hill Badwater. Like, I want to play Payload Badlands. It's crazy to think that there might have been a future where the official played version of Badlands would be Payload. That is so weird. Pretty cool to see, though. And those are all the maps that I found interesting. Obviously, I didn't cover them all because this video would be an hour plus, and a lot of them aren't really that interesting, but if you're curious yourself, you should go check out the leak yourself. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Seeing these maps was fucking cool as hell. I didn't think I would ever see like a Proto Mountain Lab or Gold Rush, so that made this video worth it in and of itself. But other than that, I'll see you guys again eventually. But until then, goodbye.